Hello there. Hello there, Vlad. Okay, so let's go. The issue of technology in our society has grown in importance over the past few decades. On one hand, inventions make our life easier, but on the other hand, there are some negative aspects which also have to be mentioned. This essay will discuss both sides using examples from the education system to demonstrate points and support arguments. Wonderful, wonderful. What usually happens is when students take a break and don't write for a while, they lose everything and forget it, which is really frustrating. But this has not happened with you, so that's fantastic. Excellent. Now, firstly, there is no, whoops, daisy. Let's see. Firstly, there is no doubt that technology devices assist us in numerous tasks, but it takes more and more time for learning how to use those tools. This is because, along with progress in science, technology also becomes more complicated. Good. For example, the recent research from Harvard, because we're not referring to a specific, well, we are, for example, okay, we're referring to recent research, okay, whereas if we said the recent research would be, it's difficult to explain. So if we said the recent research from Harvard would mean that the research that was recent from there, that's the very specific one we're referring to, which is not the case because Harvard produces a lot of research. So there's a lot. So what we have to do is just kind of say generic, in which case we don't use a definite article and we just say recent research, yeah? From Harvard indicates that in the USA, more than 40% of educational programs are related to the information technologies. Okay, therefore it is obvious that people have to spend a tremendous amount of effort to adapt to new technology. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry, I don't get it. Why is it obvious that people have to spend more time to adapt to these new technologies? Just because more educational programs, is that going to affect my dad who works in a shop? I don't know. Yeah, or is that going to affect a retired grandma just because Harvard shows that more educational programs are using IT? This is what I'm saying. I know I can understand your argument, but what I'm saying is that the accuracy. Okay, so therefore, um, it is clear that what could we say instead of people? Or therefore, it is obvious that people, comma, especially students or those related or those with careers in the sciences, must spend a tremendous amount of time or effort to adapt to new technology. Okay, now it becomes relevant, but we can't just be saying people in general. Okay, so it's only just one small improvement, but it increases the accuracy. Secondly, it should be mentioned that overusing of the technology might reduce a person's mind capability. It's not the best way of saying it, and we could also say overuse. Yeah, should be mentioned that overuse of a technology might reduce a person's mental capability is better. This is due to the fact that nowadays we prefer to delegate memorizing of information to the electronic devices. Good. Here, that's optional. So when it's optional, to make it more concise, to write with less words, we can delete it. Okay, but don't worry, it's just a small thing. For instance, according to recent research, we've already used recent research, Vlad. What could we use? There's a million opportunities here. Okay, according to a famous study, yeah, or according to a famous study by the I don't know Okishato, I don't know, the Tokyo government. The majority of students in Asia, just to vary it up because we already said Tokyo, Yep. Do not see the reason to remember historical facts because of the belief that an answer to any question can be found online via a smartphone. Okay, so here we've kind of got ourselves into, we've got a very long example on the longer the sentence, the greater the chance of making a mistake. So how could we remedy this? For instance, a famous study by the Japanese government showed that, for instance, a recent study showed that the majority of university students in Tokyo see no reason to remember historical facts, historical dates, historical facts, because they believe they can find answers on their smartphone. Anyway, sorry, Vlad. Actually, it's okay. It's me just overcomplicating it. We just add this and we're fine. However, two things: recent research and perhaps be aware that shorter sentences will be less risky. Okay? Right. Thus, depending on high-tech devices could negatively affect people's intelligence. Good. Good, 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 good. To conclude, I firmly believe our students, let's just make it clear again. To conclude, I firmly believe that humankind has to review the implementation of the technology, as it is predicted that in the future new scientific discoveries will influence our life much stronger. Is okay. It is predicted that in the future new scientific discoveries will influence our life much stronger is fine, or will become ever more prevalent as well, is also valid. Okay, good work there, Vladimir. Very, very impressed. Let's have a look at your next one. Word count. Let's just see, remember, the limit here is 150, 160. Borderline. It's okay, I guess. Let's go. Dear Sarah Madam, good. I was very excited to find your advertisement for a senior architect position opening in Chinese branch of ABCD Architects on www.foryou.com website. Good. This is John Watson, qualified architect from Australia with over 10 years working experience on both international and Chinese projects, currently living and working in Shanghai. Good. In the past few years, I accomplished numerous high-profile architectural projects, created and developed innovative concepts through all design stages towards successful completion. Independent, once again, long sentence. Can we chop this up to make it easier to absorb and reduce the risk of grammar mistakes? In the past few years, I accomplished numerous high-profile architectural projects, created and developed innovative concepts through all design stages, and led numerous teams of designers. That would be fine. Okay, let's just not overwhelm the reader with long sentences. Having a good understanding of the Chinese market. Okay, so if we're starting with having a good understanding of the Chinese market undoubtedly helped me establish contact with local designers and clients. Okay, but review your use of having. If you are continuing, Vlad, you might want to give me 10 sentences with having, just so we master it. We've got a new grammar structure under our belt, so research it, put those sentences down, and then attach them with your next essays if you are continuing. Let's go. I'm very interested in joining ABCD Architects, as I have admired the company for a long time. Good. I'm confident that my skills and background will perfectly match the position. Therefore, I would love to submit my resume for your review. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, John Watson. Excellent there. Excellent. Cat full points for task response. Maybe you might want to write less the next time you do a task one, because this will enable you to spend more time to check for mistakes, okay? But apart from that, it's a very solid piece of work. Well done. Now, what I want you to do now is implement all the corrections, update that error list, send that along, and if you do want to continue with another pack of essays, have a look at those links, and we'll carry on working together. Okay, it's also good just to maintain and continue improving your skills. Okay, buddy, have a look at that, and then let me know how it goes. All the best, Vlad.